Welcome again, all of you. This is the 11th part of the series Incubation Academy. So, without wasting time, we just go for the numericals. The first problem. The first problem is the resultant of the 3p and 2p's are. Here, one question may arise here. The 3p and 2p both are vectors, and in the case of scalar multiplications, I have told you that if we multiply it by 2 and 3, 6, whatever it be it, then the length of the vector is increased, nothing else. Just like in case of velocity, if we multiply by 2, the velocity of it increased by twice. So here 3p and 2p, the vector sign is not given. If the vector sign is given, then 3p and 2p will be in a particular directions. So this is a particular type of numericals where these are vectors. 3p and 2p is vector, r is vector, but here we have not used any kind of vector notations. Okay, so 3p and 2p is r, and obviously there is an angle between 3p and 2p, so 3p and 2p is not parallel. So if 3p and 2p is the two vectors and resultant of it is r, then r square equal to 3p whole square plus 2p whole square plus 2 into 3p into 2p into cos theta. Okay, and if the first one is made twice, first one means 3p, 3p is the first one. If the first one is made twice, resultant will be also twice. So if the first one is made twice, then 6p whole square, the 2p will not change, so 2 into 6p into 2p into cos theta, and the resultant will also made twice. So this is the thing. So these are two equations. We have to solve these two, and we have to find out the angle between these two vectors. So we'll basically move through the mathematical tactics. Okay, so if we just take the ratio of the equation 2 by 1, that is this one, then 4 by 1, if I take the p square common from here, 6 square is 36, 2 square is 4, 2 into 6 is 12, 12 into 2 is 24 cos theta. Okay, divided by p square, that will be 9, 2 square is 4, 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 2 is 12 cos theta. So just see, within a fraction of moment, the equations will be in terms of cos theta only. So it will be 40 plus 24 cos theta divided by 9 plus 4 is 13 plus 12 cos theta. Now the cross multiplication. So 13 into 4 is 72, 12 into 4 is 48 cos theta equal to 40 plus 24 cos theta. Okay, so 48 cos theta minus 24 cos theta equal to 40 minus 72. Okay, so we can say this is 24 cos theta and this one is minus 32. So cos theta equal to minus of 32 divided by 24. 8 4 is 32, 8 3 is 24. So the angle theta, that is the angle between the two vectors 3p and 2p, is cos inverse minus of 4 divided by 3. This is our next problem. Similar to that of the previous one, 2p and p are at a certain angle, that is theta. You consider if the first vector is made twice, the resultant will be thrice. Okay. So at first, from the first information, we write down, let the resultant is r. So r square equal to 2p whole square plus p square plus 2 into 2p into p into cos theta. The next is, if the first vector is made twice, that is it becomes 4p, then the resultant becomes thrice. So resultant becomes 3r. So it is 3r whole square, it becomes 4p, 2p becomes 4p, so p square 2 into 4p into p into cos theta. So similarly, just like before, if I take the resultant, because here we need the angle in between these two, so it will be 9r square divided by r square. If I take this common p square, it will be 4 square, that is 4 square means 16. Here is 1, 2 into 4 is 8, so it is 8 cos theta. P square 2 square plus 1, 2 into 2 is 4, 4 cos theta. Okay. So from it, 9 equal to 16 plus 1 17 plus 8 cos theta divided by 2 square is 4, 4 plus 1 5, so 5 plus 4 cos theta. So the cross multiplication gives us 9 into 5 means 45, 9 into 4 36 cos theta equal to 17 plus 8 cos theta. Okay, so just see here, so 36 cos theta minus of 8 cos theta equal to 17 minus of 45. So 36 minus 8, what it will be? 36 minus 8 will be 28. 36 minus 8 will be 28. So it is 28 cos theta. 17 minus 45 is again 28, but here is a minus sign. So basically cos theta becomes -1. So what is the angle between these two? That is 180 degree. So this is our next problem. So this is our next problem. In this next problem it is written that at which angle this f1 vector and the f1 vector minus f2 vector should act, so that the resultant is root over of 2 into root over of f1 square plus f2 square. So if I use this relation, that is root over of 2 f1 square plus f2 square under root and square of this is the resultant square equal to the two vector square, that is f1 plus f2 whole square. I am taking the magnitude here, f1 minus f2 whole square. So it will be 2 into f1 square plus f2 square, here a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square. Okay, so a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square. So before that, here is the should act so that the resultant is, obviously these things should be there. Okay, f1 plus f2 into f1 minus f2, that thing I just forgot this, so I have to write down this thing. So f1 vector and f2 vector, and f1 vector minus f2 vector is the two vectors. So c square equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, that term should be there. So if it is a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square, so it should be a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square should be 2 into a square plus b square 2 into f1 plus f2 into f1 minus f2 cos theta. This thing and these things basically cancels out, so this is basically 0. So 2 into f1 plus f2 into f1 minus f2 into cos theta. Okay, so if I solve this thing, just see f1 plus f2 is not 0 because it is the vector. f1 minus f2 f1 minus f2 is also can't be 0, and 2 is never be 0. 2 will never be 0. So from it we can say theta equal to pi by 2. Why? Because cos theta is 0. The cos theta is 0 only when theta is pi by 2 or 90 degree. This is our next problem. P and 2Q are at an angle 150 degree with each other. The resultant of this makes an angle 90 degree with P, so that P equal to root over of 3Q. So P and TQ at 2Q are at an angle 150 degree with each other. So we can write down the resultant R square equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos 150 degree. Now what is the value of cos 150 degree? We have to know. And another information is that the resultant makes an angle 90 degree with P. So if it is the P vector, okay, if it is the Q vector, because at the angle between them is 150 degree, okay, the resultant makes an angle, this is Q vector, the resultant makes an angle 90 degree with P. Resultant makes an angle 90 degree with P, and what we can write, what is relations? That is tan 90 degree. Tan 90 degree means tan phi. Tan phi equal to Q. Tan phi equal to Q sin theta divided by P plus Q cos theta. So P plus Q cos theta is equal to Q sin theta divided by tan 90, just like before. It is just like before. Okay, so it is tan 90 degree. Okay, so this is the thing, and it will be 0. So it is just like before. I want to say, if you were aware of this previous lecture, in this lecture we have solved this type of problems. Okay, so this is the relation. So if this is relations, let us check out the problem, what we can do from here. P and 2Q, sorry, here is a 2Q, so I have to rectify this thing. So here is 2Q, here is also 2Q, and again another thing, it is told here that the angle between them is 150 degree, that is the theta is given here 150 degree. So if I substitute this theta, then it will become P equal to minus of 2Q cos 150 degree, because theta is 150 degree here. What is the value of cos 150 degree? The value of cos 150 degree is basically minus cos 30 degree, so it will be minus of root 3 divided by 2. So this 2 and 2 cancels out, so the answer becomes P equal to root over of 3Q. So we don't need these relations. We can solve this from the relations of the angles, that is tan 90 degree equal to 2Q sin theta divided by P plus 2Q cos theta. So this is our next problem. If the angle between the R vector and S vector is theta, then the magnitude of the resultant is 5 root over R square plus S square. So if I use this information, so it will be resultant square equal to R square plus S square 2RS cos theta. So this becomes 25 r square plus s square towards cos theta. So if I subtract this by taking it on the left hand side, r is cos theta, and this will become 12 r square plus s square equal to rs cos theta. Equation 1. Next information is, if the angle between r and s is 90 degree minus theta, then the resultant is 3 root over of r square plus s square. So we can write this thing, that is c square equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Okay, so this becomes 9 into r square plus s square, r square plus s square plus 2rs cos theta. So 8, if I just take it on the left hand side and subtract it, it will become this 2rs cos theta. So this will become 4 r square plus s square rs cos theta. Here the angle is 90 degree minus theta, so it is not the cos theta, it is sin theta. Just see, it is sin theta, so it is not the cos theta, it is sin theta, so it is rs sin theta. So this is the equation 2, because this is for theta, this is for angle theta, and this is for 90 degree minus theta. So we have to prove the tan theta. So if I take the ratio of these two relations, so r is sin theta divided by rs cos theta equal to 4 r square plus s square, the left hand side of this equation, and this is the 12 r square plus s square. So these two things cancels out, these two things also cancels out, 4 is 1 and here is 3, sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. So tan theta is 1 by 3. It is our next problem. If P and Q has a resultant R vector, okay, first information. If Q is made twice, then the resultant is 2R. Second information. Third information is, if Q is made in opposite direction, then also the resultant becomes twice. So this is the 3 informations. So you have to write down the 3 equations, and these 3 equations are, for the first, r square equal to p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, this relation. Okay, next is, if the q is made twice, then q equal to 2q, and the resultant is 2r also. So we can write down the next relation, 2r whole square p square plus 2q whole square 2 into p into 2q into cos theta. Okay, if we make the vector twice, if I increase the vector, multiply the vector by scalar, then the directions between the two vectors will not change. Okay, that is shown in the previous lectures. if q is made in the opposite direction, if this is the q and this is the p, let us suppose this is the p and this is the q. Okay, if I made the direction opposite, that is now it is minus q, the angle is theta. Okay, so what should be the angle now? 180 degree minus theta. So in these considerations also the angle is 180 degree minus theta and resultant is twice. So it is 2r whole square equal to p square plus q is made twice, q is made opposite, so it is minus q square plus 2 into p into minus q into cos 180 degree minus theta. Okay, so from this equation we can write it is the 4r square p square plus q square minus of 2pq, cos 180 degree minus theta is cos theta. Okay, so if I say this is the equation 1, and if I write down what is we get from this second equation, that is 4r square plus equal to p square plus 4q square plus 4pq cos theta. This is the second equation and this one is the third equation. Okay, so these are the 4 equations. So from these equations we just see, if I take the first equation and the third equation, it is plus 2pq cos theta, here is minus 2pq cos theta, and here we have to eliminate the cos theta because what I have to show, it is pq, there is no cos theta, so we have to somehow eliminate the cos theta. So this is the better procedure is if we just add 1 and 3, if we just add 1 and 3, at that time we will get r square plus 4r square, 5r square, p square plus p square, 2p square, q square plus q square, 2q square plus 2pq minus 2pq, cos theta becomes 0. Okay, so this is our fourth equation. So it does not contain cos theta, we need another equation. If I write down this thing as, if I just arrange, then it will be 2p square plus 2q square minus of 5r square equal to 0. You can take this is as equation 4. Okay, now we have to want another equations we can get from this and this. So if I just multiply this 1 by 2 and we have to subtract it from the equation 2, just see, if I multiply this equation by 2, it will be 2r square, 2p square, 2q square, 4pq cos theta. Here is 4pq cos theta. If I subtract this, then also the cos theta will be eliminated. So 4r square in the equation 2, 2 into equation 1, that means minus of 2r square, p square, here is minus of 2p square, 4q square, here is minus 2q square. Okay, so and it is 4pq cos theta, it is 4pq cos theta. Subtract it, then these terms cancels out. So this will become 2r square minus p square plus 2q square. If I arrange this, then it will become p square minus 2q square plus 2r square equal to 0. This is equation number 5. So here is one equation, equation 4, here is another equation, equation 5. So if I try to solve, then the procedure we know, that is the process of cross multiplication, and the process of cross multiplication, just like p square. In case of p square, the term is 2 minus 5, and here is minus 2 and plus 2. In case of q square, here is a negative sign. The term is 2 and minus 5. That is the coefficient of p square and r square. Here the coefficient of p square is 1, and here the coefficient of r square is 2. It is r square. The coefficient of p square is 2, and the coefficient of q square is also 2. Okay, coefficient of p square is 1, and the coefficient of q square is minus 2. Okay, so after that, if I write the equation, then after that p square, 2 into 2, that's 4, minus 5 minus n, minus 5 into minus 2 is minus 10, sorry, minus 5 into minus 2 is plus 10, so it will be 4 minus 10. Here it is minus q square. 2 into 2 is 4, minus 1 into minus 5 is minus 5. It is r square. 2 into minus 2 is minus 4, minus, and 2 into 1 is plus 2. So this is the thing. So these will become p square minus 6 q square minus q square by 9 r square minus 6. So the minus can be, you can omit this minus. So it is p square by 6 q square by 9 r square by 6. So if we divide this by 3, then it will become p square 2 q square 3 r square is 2. So if we square root this, p divided by root 2 equal to q divided by root 3 equal to r divided by root 2. So from it we can write p is to q is to r equal to root 2 is to root 3 is to root 2. This is our next problem. The maximum and minimum magnitude of the resultant of two given vectors are 17 unit and 7 unit respectively. If these two vectors are at right angles to each other, what is the magnitude of the resultant? The maximum magnitude of the two vectors is a plus b. When these two vectors are oriented parallelly in the same directions, at that time a plus b is 17. The minimum magnitude of the resultant two vectors are given when these two vectors are oriented in the opposite, but they may be parallel or collinear. So at that time it is 7 unit. Okay. So after what is asked, if these two vectors are at right angles to each other, the magnitude of the resultant is what? We have to fill the blanks. So if two vectors are perpendicular to each other, at that time this is the resultant that we have to find out. We have to find out the value of root over of a square plus b square. Okay. So we can easily do it. That is a square plus b square equal to a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square divided by 4. That is the formula. We can use it, the formula, or what we can do, what you can find out the 17 value of 17 from a plus b and a minus value of a and b. From the value of a and b, if we substitute the value of a square and b square, then we will also get this. But if I follow this procedure, 17 square, this is 7 square divided by 4. 17 square is 289, 7 square is 49 divided by 4. So this will become 9 plus 9 18, 8 plus 4 12, plus 1 13, 2 plus 1 338 divided by 4. So if we just cut it by 2, then it will become, this is divided by 2, and it will become 2 1 ja 1, 2 6 ja 12, 19. So it will be 13 divided by root 2. That will be the magnitude of the resultant if the two vectors are perpendicular to each other. If the sum of the two unit vector is a unit vector, okay, let us take a cap is an unit vector and the b cap is a unit vector. The sum of these two is another unit vector. Let us say this one. So this basically follows the law of vector addition. So you can say c cap square equal to a cap square b cap square. Okay, here I am taking the magnitude of all of these things. Magnitude of a cap, magnitude of b cap, cos theta. Okay, so if it is, then we can write down the magnitude of c cap. C cap is a unit vector, so 1. A cap is again a unit vector, so 1. B cap is again the unit vector, 1. So basically 1 square, this 1 square basically becomes 1. So here is also 1, here is 1, and it is cos theta. So it will become, that is 1 equal to 2 plus 2 cos theta. Okay, so from it we can say that 2 cos theta equal to minus 1. So cos theta equal to minus half. So what will be the value of theta? This theta equal to 120 degree, because cos 120 degree is minus 1. So it will be 120 degree. Okay, so what is the magnitude of the difference? So you have to find out that I consider it as a d vector. D vector equal to a cap minus b cap. You have to find out the magnitude of the difference. So the differences magnitude square is equal to okay, I think you understood this thing. Okay, so here, so if I put the values of this, then differences magnitude, so it will be 1 square becomes 1, it is 1, it is 2 into 1 into 1, cos theta is minus of half, so 2 cancels out, there is 1, so it will become 3. So it will become 3. Sorry, not 3, it is d square, so not 3. So basically the magnitude of the difference is root over of 3. So in this video we solved some numericals. In the next video we will again come back with some numericals, several types of that. Okay, so just wait for it. Thank you.